So yeah, we're gonna be cooking tonight with
beer.
With beer. So we have some short rib. This is all natural beef that was sent over from our friends at Allen Brothers out of Chicago. We're gonna braise these, and what braising means is we're gonna cook it with low, slow heat in the smoked porter ale, but with all the ingredients of a mole. We're starting with the short ribs, and you wanna start with a cut that's really kind of like, it's got a little bit of fat in it because fat is flavor. Season from up high, you kind of get a bigger surface area here, so we're just gonna season our beef ribs. Danielle, can you grab the pepper and throw a little pepper on here?
Absolutely, and I'm gonna do it from on high.
Do it up from high, yeah. It's like, you know, you get this dramatic effect. You want to actually show Claire how to lay these down in the pan. We've got a set of tongs right there.
So Claire, what we're gonna do is teach you how to slap the meat.
Go ahead, very slowly lay down the meat. You always want to lay it away from you so the oil doesn't like splatter you or burn you. We're gonna go ahead and talk about our other ingredients. We're making a very subtle spiced mole today.
We got some peanuts, we have some brown sugar, we have a little bit of, what else we got? Cinnamon here, bay leaves, more chili peppers hiding underneath.
We toasted off all our nuts and our spices already. I'm gonna have Danielle just toast off these chilies in a dry pan. We've got a small pan on right now. Looking. Okay, let's turn it over. Pull it over.
Can you smell it?
So Danielle is toasting the chilies, and you have to be careful. When you're dry toasting chilies sometimes, it gets spicy. You can inhale it, and you can actually start like coughing and choking. So different chilies have different spice. The best thing you can do if you don't know anything, go online and look it up. So next we're gonna have Claire and Danielle get all of the beef and the toasted chilies in there. So I've actually got some onions here. I've got some Anaheim chilies, some California chilies, local chilies. We've had some garlic, a little bit of jalapeno. I'm just gonna cut these up real quick. And I've got some figs and orange and some garlic. And we're actually gonna throw this in with all that beef fat and saute that up.
And now we wanna throw the spices in.
We wanna throw the spices in. And we'll talk a little bit about the Mexican chocolate. Can you speak to this a little bit?
Oh, totally. When I was a kid, that was what my mom made us every night before dinner. You know, a little Mexican hot chocolate.
Mexican hot chocolate.
And it was the best.
So Wheezy's pouring in the smoked porter. As this liquid cooks down very slowly and starts to evaporate, the water evaporates, but it leaves all that flavor. I'm gonna add a little chicken broth to this. Basically, braising, we wanna cover this, and these ribs are gonna cook for about 3 to 4 hours, low simmer. You can actually put it in your oven if you wanna walk away from it. Just make sure you get a lid on it or a piece of foil. But, Miss Danielle, we have one that's ready, so why don't you bring it over here. You can see like how the chocolate and the porter have sort of reduced. So, Danielle, if you want to go ahead and pull all the short ribs out of there, put on a pair of gloves. I want you to get handsy with this beef and just kind of like, don't shred it into cat food, but just kind of break it apart with your hands very gently. So one of the best things about braising is that you guys can get really tender meat. You can take a really inexpensive cut of meat, cut up into chunks, and you add all these beautiful ingredients. You add the smoked porter ale, and you can add so much flavor to beef. The ladies here have put all this beautiful braise into the blender. You always want to start it on low speed, and then we're just going to turn it up. So just keep your hand right up here, just so the lid doesn't pop off. Take the lid off very carefully, and you're going to just pour a little bit of that marinade right into the short ribs.
Gravy.
Look at that. That's gravy. And this is great because this you can freeze. I want you guys to all get in, get a bite of this.
Oh my God.
I want a peanut.
Wow.
That is so good.
You know what's amazing? We put so many chili peppers in there and it's not too spicy.
It's not too spicy
It's
at
not
all.
overwhelming.
Ooh, that was amazing.
Cheers.
Thank you. Oh my God.